Chapter 431. Entering the Red Hacker Base. Su Yue sent a voice message to Xiao Fan. Hubby, why do I feel like this is directed at you, or at both of us? The other party is definitely not an ordinary water army, it should be a top hacker. Xiao Fan nodded slightly, he had the same feeling. With Lu Baichuan's identity, how dare ordinary water soldiers target him? I'm afraid he must be crazy, and if he is found out, he will be sentenced to life imprisonment. Wei, check it out. Okay. Su Yue carried a computer in her bag, and she quickly checked it secretly. Xiao Fan went upstairs to Lu Baichuan's study. Mr. Lu, don't be angry, it's not worth it. It's probably hacker behavior. Ordinary water soldiers don't dare to do this. If you are angry, then it suits the other party's wishes. Xiao Fan smiled and said. Lu Baichuan glared at Xiao Fan and said, Xiao Fan, you kid, you call Yue's grandma, and I am still Mr. Lu here. Believe it or not, I will kick you out. Xiao Fan said embarrassedly, Grandpa, don't I respect you? I will change in the future, I will call you Grandpa in the future. That's more like it. How is Yue? Lu Baichuan asked. Xiao Fan smiled and said, Wei has already achieved the cultivation of a master, and has the strength of a great master. Good. Lu Baichuan breathed a sigh of relief. He felt bad when he saw the news on the internet, and he finally felt much more comfortable when he heard that Su Yue's strength had greatly increased. With such strength, Su Yue is very safe. Let's go downstairs to eat first. Lu Baichuan said. Soon Xiao Fan and the others arrived downstairs. Su Yue hurriedly stepped forward and called him Grandpa, and Lu Baichuan smiled. Hubby, I checked secretly and it was indeed hacked. And the other party's hacker strength is extremely high, surpassing Spade Ace, and the other party's strength is not much worse than before. Su Yue transmitted. Xiao Fan narrowed his eyes. Su Yue's innate level before she crossed over, her hacker level before she crossed over was much higher than Spade Ace. Wei, do you have any suspects? Xiao Fan asked secretly. Su Yue transmitted, the other party is a bit like Spade Ace, but it feels like just imitating. Spade Ace does not have such strength. Wei, there is another possibility. Spade Ace injected evolutionary fluid, and he became a powerful evolver. Su Yue was stunned. There is indeed such a possibility. But Spade A has too much money to spend, why did he inject evolutionary fluid? The mortality rate of doing so is not low. Wei, your strength is higher than is now, right? Can you dig him out? Such a guy must be dealt with. It should be possible, but it will take some time. And this computer is not good, I need a top-notch computer. Xiao Fan and the others sat down to eat. Grandpa, I call you this now. I want to honor you and Grandma with a few drops of life spirit liquid. You won't have any objection, right? Xiao Fan said with a smile. At first, he gave Lu Baichuan 2 drops of life spirit liquid, and Lu Ziyuan gave him 1 billion. Later, the life spirit liquid was auctioned for a sky-high price. Knowing this, Xiao Fan mentioned giving him more life spirit liquid, but Lu Baichuan refused. He didn't even want his son's filial piety. Grandpa, your influence has played a role in the development of second Uncle Lu's company. Your influence has nothing to do with me. You can rest assured to accept the life spirit liquid. Xiao Fan said. Lu Baichuan glared at Xiao Fan. Xiao Fan, are you trying to piss me off on purpose? You are just talking about things that are not related to you. Xiao Fan smiled and said, Grandpa, please be more open-minded. You are not actively seeking personal gain. Looking around the world, this kind of influence objectively exists. There is no need to be shy about it. When you are in that position, your children will be affected no matter what they do. When the people are prosperous, your children will benefit. You have made great contributions to the country, which is real. It is normal for your descendants to benefit from it. There is nothing wrong with it. Lu Baichuan let out a long sigh. Old man Lu, you still need Xiao Fan, a junior, to enlighten you. Aren't you ashamed? Lu Xiuyun said. Lu Baichuan said unhappily, how can it be the same? This is the first time I have been scolded like this. He is used to being scolded. Xiao Fan. Where is the life spirit liquid? Hurry up and take it out, stop dawdling. Lu Baichuan said. Su Yue and Lu Xiuyun both breathed a sigh of relief. The stubborn old man Lu Baichuan finally gave in, otherwise he would have to force-feed him. A small jade bottle immediately appeared in Xiao Fan's hand. There were 6 drops of life spirit liquid in the jade bottle. Soon Lu Baichuan and his friends each used 3 drops. In the time it took to eat a meal, Lu Baichuan and his friends looked much younger. Grandpa and Grandma, you'd better practice some more next time. Xiao Fan smiled. Lu Baichuan and his friends nodded. Soon they went to practice, and Xiao Fan and Su Yue left. Director Jiang, where is the network security hacker base in China? Yue and I are going there for something. Xiao Fan called Jiang Wanchen. Jiang Wanchen was stunned, and he immediately understood that Su Yue was indeed the empress, and everyone's guess was not wrong. I know. Jiang Wanchen quickly told Xiao Fan the address. Xiao Fan flew over with Su Yue, and someone greeted him at the base. Master Xiao, I am Dong Chongai, the person in charge of this base. Welcome Master Xiao to our base to inspect and guide the work. The person in charge of the base said enthusiastically. He didn't know why Xiao Fan came here, but Xiao Fan's strength was there, and Xiao Fan had a say in front of the elder. General Dong, excuse me. Xiao Fan said. The other party has the rank of general, and the internet is an invisible battlefield. Master Xiao, you can just call me Boss Dong, many of my subordinates call me Boss. Dong Chongai smiled. Okay. Xiao Fan smiled and nodded. Soon Xiao Fan and his team entered an ordinary small building. Taking the elevator, Xiao Fan arrived at a secret base deep underground. Boss, you actually invited Grandmaster Xiao to come here. Grandmaster Xiao, can you sign for us? Xiao Fan and his team appeared in the base, and many people were very excited. Xiao Fan coughed and said, Everyone, I am not the protagonist today. Phoenix looked at Su Yue, and her eyes showed excitement. Empress, Su Yue, you must be the Empress, right? Foreign intelligence organizations have such doubts, and of course they have them too. It's just that Xiao Fan's identity is special, he and Su Yue didn't take the initiative to say it, and they couldn't go to Su Yue to verify it. Su Yue nodded slightly. I am. You can just call me by my name. I want to borrow your equipment. I need to deal with the top master. Su Yue said. Phoenix hurriedly said, it's the guy who made trouble on the internet today, right? His level is too high. We joined forces, but we can't do anything to him. At this point, Phoenix looked at Dong Chongai. Boss, can we let the Empress use our computer? Dong Chongai nodded, of course, I'd love to. Feng Huang said happily, Empress, how about you use my computer? I'll learn from you. Midline Horizontal Ellipsis Chapter 432, Capturing the Ace of Spades. Su Yue said, Phoenix, has the other party provoked you? Yes, they have provoked you several times. Phoenix said hurriedly. Su Yue said, then you continue to lead people to track, and when the other party provokes again, I will take over your tracking. Phoenix nodded repeatedly. Soon Phoenix and his team were desperately tracking on the internet, which more or less caused some trouble to Spade A. Spade A's network capabilities are much stronger, but Phoenix and his team are not alone, and their ability to fight together is still very strong. It seems that if I don't show you some color, you don't know how powerful I am. In the United States, Spade A sneered repeatedly. He knows Phoenix and his team quite well. With his current strength, Phoenix and his team can cause trouble, but they can't do anything to him. Even if the Queen appears, Spade A is not afraid. He feels that his strength is no less than that of the Queen. Queen, Spade A is coming. He starts to counterattack us. Phoenix said. The violent wave of data on the internet surged, and even if Phoenix and his team resisted together, they would have a hard time. I'll do it. Su Yue said. Feng Huang stood up and immediately stepped aside. Su Yue did not sit down. The keyboard on Feng Huang's desk moved at an extremely fast speed. Feng Huang was stunned. This keystroke speed was 4 or 5 times faster than hers, and the accuracy rate was as high as 100%, with no mistakes at all. I want 2 more computers. Su Yue said. The 2 people next to her heard this and both of them left the keyboard immediately. Su Yue also controlled their computers. With her current strength, it was no problem to do 3 things at once. Kneel down. Is this the strength of the Empress? The others stopped and looked at Su Yue in shock. What's going on? Spade A noticed something was wrong, and Feng Wang's strength suddenly increased a lot. Empress, is it you? Spade A's fighting spirit quickly soared. He immediately fought fiercely with Su Yue. But Spade A didn't know that he was only fighting against one of Su Yue's forces, and there were 2 other forces in secret. With just one of the forces, Su Yue and Spade A were in a close fight, and her strength was much greater than Spade A, strong, worthy of being my idol. Although Spade A's strength is terrifying, there is still a gap compared to the Empress. Phoenix and the others were very excited. As time passed, Spade A became more and more courageous. He didn't want to fail in his first confrontation. Empress, although you are powerful, I have not been an S-level evolver for long, and my level can still be improved. How can you be my opponent then? You can't beat me this time, and you will have even less hope in the future. I am the god on the internet, ha ha ha. Spade A was very excited. He felt that he really made the right bet this time. If he didn't become an S-level evolver, he would have to be suppressed all the time. Half an hour passed unknowingly. Fine beads of sweat appeared on Su Yue's forehead. Such a high-intensity confrontation was also stressful for her. Found it. The other party is called Away Miller. The address is, Su Yue smiled, and her 2 forces in the dark retreated, while the open force continued to fight. As long as she controlled a computer, Su Yue's pressure was greatly reduced. Xiao Fan said, Wei, send a message to Zhang Lin. He is in the United States now. Ask him to take down Away Miller. Su Yue now knew who Zhang Lin was. She also knew how to contact Su Yue. Soon, Zhang Lin, who was in the United States, got the message. Received. Zhang Lin replied with a message. Zhang Lin was originally on Maki Island in the British Empire. After the warship was sent away, Xiaofan asked him to go to the United States to wait for orders. Wei, how long will it take for Zhang Lin to go there? Xiaofan asked. Su Yue said, they are not far away. They are all in the eastern United States. They should be there in 2 hours. Yes. You hold back Away Miller and don't let him escape. Xiaofan said. Su Yue nodded, his strength is slowly improving. Even if I withdraw now, he may bite to death. That's good. Time passed by. Spade Ace, that is, Away Miller was very happy. At the beginning, Su Yue's strength was slightly stronger than him, but in the fierce confrontation, his strength had improved significantly. Gradually, he had the upper hand. What Empress, then be my little slave girl obediently, ha ha ha. Without the ability on the internet, Xiaofan will not have a good life at that time. Away Miller gradually switched from defense to offense. The plane Zhang Lin was on landed in the city where Away Miller was. He was originally staying not far from the airport. If you want to go to another city, just sneak on the plane to that city. Arrival in 15 minutes. Zhang Lin sent a message. He did not take a car, but moved forward quickly in stealth. His speed on the ground would not be slower than that of a helicopter. Soon 15 minutes passed. Away Miller was still fighting. Zhang Lin arrived at the door of the villa where Away Miller was staying. His mental power entered the villa and found Away Miller. The target is confirmed. Zhang Lin sent a message. Xiaofan smiled, Wei, send a message to ask Zhang Lin to capture Away Miller and bring him back secretly. If you can't capture him alive, kill him. As the boss of the Poker Alliance and a top hacker, Away Miller must know a lot of important secrets. Okay. Su Yue sent a message immediately. Zhang Lin quietly entered the villa. He slowly approached Away Miller in stealth, and Away Miller did not notice. Away Miller's energy is all on the internet. Besides, he is only an S-level minor success, and Zhang Lin is a strongman at the peak of SSS level. They are more than 2 major realms apart. Bang. Zhang Lin slapped Away Miller's neck with his palm, and at the same time, his powerful mental power rushed into Away Miller's head. Away Miller fainted instantly. Zhang Lin took Away Miller away quickly. Away Miller is now an S-level evolver, and his own strength is good. The United States has not arranged strong people to protect him. Of course, it is useless to arrange it. Zhang Lin's strength is at the peak of SSS level. The evolvers in the United States who have reached SSS level are basically SSS level minor success at the beginning. What's going on? Some network experts in the United States secretly watched the battle between Su Yowei and Away Miller, and the battle ended suddenly. No, this situation is not right. Joseph and others were also paying attention. Joseph immediately called Away Miller's phone, but no one answered for a long time. 5 minutes later, a nearby agent came to the door. "Sir, there is no one in the house, there are no signs of invasion in the house, and there are no signs of fighting in the house." The agent reported the news. Joseph's face was extremely ugly. The lack of traces is the biggest problem. Will Away Miller stop now that he has the upper hand? Based on Joseph's understanding of him, Away Miller will never stop. He should have been captured by a top-level expert. Away Miller is an S-level expert, and the opponent should be SSS level. If he is captured by such an expert, it is impossible for them to rescue him. Away Miller is extremely skilled, but he was tracked down and captured. The strength of the Empress is even more unfathomable. Joseph frowned. Midline horizontal ellipsis chapter 433 Dong Changhai's request for help after taking Away Miller far away, Zhang Lin made sure that no one was following him. He sent a message. Su Yowei looked at Xiao Fan and smiled. "Brother Fan, Zhang Lin has taken Away Miller away, and no strong person is following him." Xiao Fan said with some regret, "That's a pity. If there are strong people nearby, there will be extra gains." Dong Changai said happily, "Then there will be no Spade A in the future. This is great news for us. Spade A is active on the internet and has done a lot of bad things. The Poker Alliance is a big cancer." Feng Wang said, "It's a pity that there must be someone in the Poker Alliance in the United States. The others will get the news that Spade A is in trouble. They will definitely move and hide immediately." Xiao Fan smiled and said, "Spade A must know their identities, and they can be found even if they are hiding." Dong Changai said, "Master Xiao is right. It's much easier to deal with them if we know their identities. The Poker Alliance must be eradicated. Master Xiao, Empress, you rarely come here, you have to stay with us for a while. You two are everyone's idols." Feng Huang and the others nodded repeatedly. Su Yowei said a little embarrassedly, "Why do you call me Empress? This is a nickname given by others." Dong Changai said in admiration, "You deserve this title. Your operation just now is really amazing." Feng Huang and the others usually think that they have good skills. Now they are afraid that they have suffered a great blow. Feng Huang and the others shook their heads. Someone next to Feng Huang said with a smile, "Boss, you are wrong. Will people be hit by the power of God? When the gap reaches a certain point, we will not have such thoughts. That is purely hard on ourselves." Feng Huang said with a smile, "That's right, boss, now that you have practiced the Yan Huang Ju, will you be hit by the power of Master Xiao?" Dong Changai said unhappily, "I think you don't want this month's bonus." "Boss, I was wrong." "Boss, you are right." Several people spoke up quickly. Xiao Fan smiled. The atmosphere here with Dong Changai was quite good. "Boss Dong, let's go back first. Mr. Lu was a little angry today. We still have to go back to see him." Xiao Fan said. Dong Changai also knew about the slander against Lu Baichuan today. He said, "Go back and tell Mr. Lu that Spade A was arrested. Mr. Lu will definitely feel much better." Dong Changai looked at Su Yowei. "Empress, I am very grateful for what happened today. Your skills are so strong. I hope you can teach Feng Huang and the others in the future." After practicing Yan Huang Ju, their strength has improved, but the improvement is still too small. Su Yowei smiled and said, "Boss Dong, Feng Huang, and the others' network strength has improved. You might as well find Brother Fan instead of me." Dong Changai was puzzled. Feng Huang hurriedly said, "Boss, if Grandmaster Xiao can improve our cultivation, our network strength will also be enhanced." Dong Changai suddenly realized. "Grandmaster Xiao, can you help them? They have indeed paid a lot for China's network security. They are all voluntarily contributing to the country. There are still some people in our base who are undergoing labor reform. Xiaofan glanced at Feng Huang and the others. They all looked at Xiaofan expectantly. If their cultivation improved, their combat effectiveness would be stronger and their network strength would also be stronger. Boss Dong, it's impossible to upgrade them all at the moment. Please select 5 people and send them to Leishan County the day after tomorrow. They will be in seclusion for about half a month for training. Xiaofan said. It is indeed necessary to improve the strength of Feng Huang and the others. There will definitely be network experts in the United States who use the evolutionary fluid. If they are already very strong, they will be even stronger after becoming evolvers. Feng Huang and the others may not be able to cope with it. Su Yue can't handle everything. What should I do if Su Yue practices? What should I do if Su Yue sleeps? Xiaofan didn't want to hold Su Yue in his arms in the middle of the night and have to deal with a network crisis when a phone call came. Okay. Dong Chongai nodded repeatedly. As long as the skills of 5 people can be greatly improved, their abilities will be greatly improved and they can deal with most crises. Boss Dong, let's count Phoenix as 1 for her. Su Yue said. Phoenix's eyes lit up. Although there is a high probability that she will be selected among the 5, but if Su Yue said so, she will be selected 100%. Empress, of course you can say so. Dong Chongai said with a smile. Xiaofan said, Boss Dong, then it's settled. We'll leave first. You don't need to see us off. We'll leave directly. As soon as he finished speaking, Xiaofan and Su Yue disappeared. It said on the internet that Master Xiao can teleport, and it's true. Master Xiao and the Empress are both too powerful. Phoenix and the others talked about it. Dong Chongai clapped his hands. Okay, hurry up and work. The other 4 lists will be given out tomorrow. Don't worry if you haven't been promoted yet. As long as you work hard, I will shamelessly ask Master Xiao for help again. Xiaofan and Su Yue returned to the Lu family. Lu Baichuan and Lu Xiuyun took the life spirit liquid and practiced for some time. They have now stopped practicing. Xiaofan, I think the public opinion on the internet has begun to change. Lu Baichuan said. Xiaofan smiled and said, Grandpa, it was Spade A from the Poker Alliance who caused trouble. Many of the accounts on the internet are robot accounts. Now Spade A has been caught. He is on the plane now. This guy will be escorted back tomorrow. With Zhang Lin's ability, it is not difficult for him to sneak into the plane to China with Spade A, and the United States did not specifically investigate. What if they were found out? The United States now has only 2 SSS-level evolvers, who can guard 2 airports at most. And even if they guard, they may not be able to stop it. Okay. Lu Baichuan breathed a sigh of relief. Grandpa, I have something to discuss with you. Let's go to the study. Soon Xiaofan and Lu Baichuan went to the study. Xiaofan said, General Dong wants me to help them improve their strength. I plan to let them go to another world. After their cultivation is enhanced, their network capabilities will be greatly improved. Lu Baichuan asked in confusion, is there any problem with this? This is a good thing. Can't you just coordinate and handle it yourself? Xiaofan said, some other aspects of our country are also lagging behind the United States. Should we let some old academicians go to another world? On the one hand, their lifespan will be extended after the improvement, on the other hand, their mental strength will be stronger and their thinking ability will be stronger. Lu Baichuan pondered. After a while, Lu Baichuan said, Xiaofan, network talents don't matter. There is no internet in the other world. But if the top experts in various high-tech weapons go to the other world, will they be detained in the other world? Will the knowledge in their minds be leaked? Xiaofan said, Grandpa, I don't think so. Lu Baichuan shook his head, you think this matter is useless, the elders will definitely have concerns about this. People like them are national treasures and must not have any accidents. Xiaofan nodded slightly. Then I'll listen to you. Lu Baichuan smiled and said, don't you own 77% of the shares of Tianhe Group? Our chips are stuck. You can develop in this area first. Tianhe Group Xiaofan previously added 20 billion investment, and Chen Jingshan said that the equity could reach more than 75%. In fact, it reached 77%. Midline horizontal ellipsis chapter 434 heading to Tianhe Group. Xiao Fan's eyes lit up, and he smiled. I ignored them. Lu Baichuan said, there is no internet or chips in the other world, so there is no leak in this regard. When it comes to some sensitive industries and talents, you still have to be cautious. You may have good intentions, but you may do bad things. Xiao Fan nodded slightly. Grandpa, I understand. Of course, there is no need to guard against the other world. Xiao Hai is his grandfather. But the top experts in sensitive industries have gone there. In the future, Xiao Hai's identity will be exposed. Will the elders suspect him? In the future, we will have to cooperate with all aspects of the country. There is no need to let the elders have such suspicion. You should also be careful when choosing people, don't make wedding clothes for others. Lu Baichuan warned. Xiao Fan nodded. In a blink of an eye, it was the next day. Xiao Fan and Su Yue rushed to the Magic City. The headquarters of Tianhe Group is here in the Magic City. I heard that the chairman is coming today. Our new chairman is very mysterious. I don't know who it is. We will know soon. Some people whispered. Shen Jingshan and others are now welcoming at the gate of Tianhe Group. Xiao Fan and others will arrive soon. Xiao Fan is the chairman of Tianhe Group and owns 77% of the shares. Only a few people know this. The top executives of Mitsui Group know this, but it is not a glorious thing to have the shares taken away, so they did not say it. Someone died in Mitsui Group at that time, and the top executives of Mitsui Group did not want Xiao Fan to cause trouble for them again. The chairman is here, be quiet. Shen Jingshan said in a deep voice. A car drove over from a distance. Xiao Fan was driving the tank 300 that Su Yue gave him. Manager Shen, the chairman is driving this car. Someone asked in surprise. The people present were all the top executives of Tianhe Group. They were all wealthy, and the cars they drove were much better than this. Be quiet. Shen Jingshan frowned. The other party shut up immediately, and Xiao Fan's car drove over quickly. Seeing Xiao Fan and Su Yue getting out of the car, everyone except Shen Jingshan showed shock in their eyes. The chairman of Tianhe Group turned out to be Xiao Fan. No wonder there was no relevant information at all. As long as this news is exposed, won't the stocks of Tianhe Group soar? Some people present gave up some of their stocks. They regretted it so much that they sold their stocks too early. Chairman. Shen Jingshan stepped forward and said with a smile. Hello, Chairman. The others also said hurriedly. Xiao Fan smiled and said, no one has called me chairman before, but it sounds good. Let's all go in. Soon Xiao Fan and the others arrived in a conference room. Everyone, today is not a board meeting. I just came to see and meet everyone to chat casually. Mr. Shen, how is the company developing? Xiao Fan smiled, and he looked at Shen Jingshan. Shen Jingshan said, Chairman, our company is now focusing on the industry and research of carbon-based chips. The industrial layout is developing smoothly, but the research has stagnated recently. The research and development of carbon-based chips is difficult, and some people have transferred their equity, and basically all state-owned capital has taken over. Xiao Fan nodded. Some equity has passed from private hands to the state, which is a good thing. He will definitely develop carbon-based chips. When the time comes, the state will make money, which is better than some capital making money. What is the proportion of state-owned capital? Xiao Fan asked. Shen Jingshan said, Chairman, you own 77%, state-owned capital accounts for 11%, and the other 10% in circulation. State-owned capital also accounts for the majority. In total, state-owned capital accounts for about 17%. Xiao Fan nodded slightly. The shares he owns and the shares owned by state-owned capital add up to 94%, which is a very high proportion. It is normal to have such a proportion. Ordinary people don't know that he is the chairman, but the country knows. With his strength and influence, this deal will not lose money. Chairman, since you have come to the company, I am afraid that the news will spread, and the stock may rise sharply when it opens. Shen Jingshan said. It is now around 9 o'clock, and the stock will open in half an hour. Su Yue said, Brother Fan, relevant remarks have appeared on the internet, and the news is spreading rapidly. Shen Jingshan and many others greeted him at the gate, which has long attracted the attention of many people, and Xiao Fan was also recognized. Xiaofan smiled faintly and said, those who still firmly hold our company's stocks at this time should also make some money. What are the difficulties in chip research and development? Is there any solution? Shen Jingshan said with some distress, the progress was relatively smooth, but recently many foreign experts have been poached. Our own experts are very good, but some aspects are still a little lacking, which affects the overall research progress. It may take 2 or 3 years for relevant experts to reach the same level. Some people in the company are shaken in confidence. Xiaofan glanced over and said in a deep voice, everyone, I will definitely make carbon-based chips. You wait and see. Mr. Shen, are there any problematic experts in the company? Shen Jingshan nodded. There are still some. I use contracts and other means to suppress them. It is difficult for them to leave, but they are not serious about research. It is difficult to have a good breakthrough in this situation. Xiaofan's eyes flashed, those experts with problems, find a top lawyer team to sue them and make them bankrupt. For the rest of the core experts without problems, pick a group of them out, and I will send them to a place for training for a period of time. Shen Jingshan's eyes showed doubt. Where else can they be trained? In the research of carbon-based chips, they are now the world leader. Okay, Chairman. Shen Jingshan nodded. Xiaofan chuckled and said, Mr. Shen, don't be too stressed. The company will develop faster after they come back from training. I believe in the chairman. Shen Jingshan said. The others nodded. Xiaofan was an outsider, but they still had confidence in him. Xiaofan and the others chatted for half an hour. Brother Fan, the stock of Tianhe Group has reached its daily limit. Su Yue said. Xiaofan and the others looked normal. Shen Jingshan smiled and said, it is normal to reach the daily limit. In the next few days, the company's stock will probably reach its daily limit every day. Midline horizontal ellipsis chapter 435 Joseph pulls investment. Oh my god, Grandmaster Xiao is actually the major shareholder of Tianhe Group. Tianhe Group is facing big trouble now, and many foreign experts have evacuated. Grandmaster Xiao should stabilize the morale of the army. Grandmaster Xiao is very strong in martial arts, but chips have nothing to do with martial arts, and Grandmaster Xiao can't do anything about it. Countless people on the internet are talking about it. There are many people who believe in Xiaofan, and there are also many people who question it. Martial arts and chips are not normally related. But in the United States, Joseph and others got the news, and they looked very solemn. They didn't forget what happened last night. Away Miller showed super strength, but he was still defeated by the Empress. It is very likely that he was captured. Leader, Xiaofan should be planning to send their relevant experts to another world to improve their martial arts skills. Joseph's assistant said. Joseph frowned, the problem now is, how can we break this situation now? The assistant said, Leader, I don't think this matter may not be a bad thing for us. Leader, think about it, in the chip semiconductor industry, we must not let China surpass us, we will have more support. Joseph's eyes flashed. There are many giants in the chip semiconductor industry. Faced with threats, they are likely to throw a lot of money at them. The United States is now in a tight financial situation and lacks money in all aspects, but it does not mean that the big consortiums and big capitalists in many industries lack money. Alliance leader, in fact, it is not only the chip industry. Since Xiaofan did this, is it possible that he will start in the military industry? This will threaten the interests of our military-industrial complex. Joseph's assistant said. The military-industrial complex has more powerful energy. The United States provokes wars almost every year, and they make a lot of money. If China's military industry rises, their interests will be greatly damaged. You are right. Joseph nodded. His mood has improved a lot. If there is a lot of capital support from the chip industry and the support of the military-industrial complex, their funds will be much more abundant. They can have more SS-level and SSS-level strongmen, and they can also invest more funds to study how to transmit. Alliance leader, we have to hurry up. Yes. Joseph hurriedly contacted some people. Many capital crocodiles did not want to wade into the muddy waters of the martial arts circle, but they were shocked after Joseph's explanation. The cultivation of experts will actually seriously affect their interests. Half a day passed, and many capital bosses gathered. Joseph arrived. Everyone, the situation is now urgent. Xiao Fan and China have posed a great threat to us. Joseph said in a deep voice. A boss said, General Joseph, are you sure that improving their cultivation will improve their scientific research capabilities? Joseph nodded, I'm sure. Recently, a top hacker became an S-level evolver. His strength has greatly improved, and his intelligence has improved significantly. Let's take a step back. Even if their research capabilities don't improve, their energy can be greatly improved with a stronger cultivation. Originally, they could only work 8 hours a day. After their cultivation became stronger, they can work for a week without any problems. Everyone talked about it, and it was indeed the case. As long as the body can bear it, many experts in China can really fight like this, and then China will catch up faster. Everyone, now you can still save it if you take action. When China improves in all aspects, you won't have time to cry. The times are changing. If you don't change, you will be eliminated. You should think about it carefully. After speaking, Joseph began to close his eyes and rest. We invested $50 billion to purchase evolutionary fluids above grade A big boss spoke up. He started with $50 billion. For any company, $50 billion is terrifying, but for a powerful consortium, it is completely affordable. They didn't want to pay this money before. Or they wanted to pay it later. In their opinion, they paid taxes, and the United States is the world's #1 power, and the country has the ability to guarantee their safety. They can buy more and better evolutionary fluids with the same money later. Now the situation is different. Their industry is facing a direct threat. If they still hesitate, they will probably be surpassed by China. We will pay $30 billion. $20 billion. $18 billion. The rest of the people also spoke up. At the critical juncture of life and death, they were very generous, and the least paid tens of billions of US. The final statistics showed that the total amount they spent reached $300 billion, which is an astonishing amount. Everyone, I will give you a satisfactory result. Joseph said in a deep voice. General Joseph, it's better to do this. If we are not satisfied by then, the leader of the Evolutionary Alliance will be replaced. A big boss of the military-industrial complex said in a deep voice. General Joseph is in a high position, but in the eyes of some tycoons, capital is the strongest, and they control powerful capital. You can rest assured that our interests are the same. Thank you for your investment. General Joseph left quickly. Boss, he is Spade A. Zhang Lin brought Avi Miller back to a villa in Magic City. This villa was purchased by Xiao Fan. He often comes to Magic City, and it is more convenient to have his own house here. Wake him up. Xiao Fan ordered. Yes, boss. Zhang Lin nodded, and he slapped Avi Miller's face hard, and Avi Miller woke up quickly. He saw Xiao Fan, Su Yewei, and Jiang Wanchen. Spade A, you have come to this day. Jiang Wanchen said, and he came here specially. The Poker Alliance led by Spade A attacked their safe 9 games, and the number of attacks was not once or twice. What Spade A, I am not. Avi Miller shook his head repeatedly to deny. I am an evolver trained by the United States. I don't know the ace of spades you are talking about. You'd better not mess around. Our United States is the most powerful country in the world. Xiao Fan laughed, Ace of spades, do you think my place is a place for reason? Zhang Lin, take him to the basement. Yes, boss. Zhang Lin nodded. Soon Yewei Miller was taken to the basement. Xiao Fan and Jiang Wanchen came together, but Su Yewei didn't follow. The next scene will be a little bloody, and she is not suitable to watch it. Yewei Miller, let me show you some good things. Xiao Fan said in a calm voice. As he spoke, he took out various torture instruments from the dimensional bag. These are some ancient Chinese torture instruments that I found for you. There are not many types, only about 100 or 80. Yewei Miller was terrified. Many of those torture instruments looked terrible. If they were used on him, even if he had S-level cultivation, he would not be able to withstand it. Zhang Lin, start. Xiao Fan ordered. Yes, boss. Zhang Lin picked up a steel needle, grabbed Yewei Miller's finger, and aimed the steel needle at his fingertips and pierced it. Ah! Yewei Miller screamed in agony. The 10 fingers were connected to the heart, and the pain from the steel needle piercing into them was extremely intense. Chapter 436, Harvesting the Poker Alliance. Xiaofan looked at Jiang Wanchen. Director Jiang, he has hurt many people with these hands. First, cripple all 10 of his fingers. Jiang Wanchen smiled and nodded. You can do whatever you want. I am a public official. It is not easy for me to express my opinion on such things. I will just take a look. Xiaofan nodded. Zhang Lin, continue. Zhang Lin quickly picked up the second steel needle. I say. I am the ace of spades. What do you want to know? Away Miller screamed in horror. Ah. The next second, Zhang Lin still stabbed the steel needle in. The 2 or 3 inch long steel needle was inserted about 1/3 of the way in. Now you know what your name is. Xiaofan sneered, you should have the information of the rest of the Poker Alliance. Hand over the information in this regard first. Yue Wei will verify it. If the information is false, you know the consequences. Away Miller showed hesitation in his eyes. If this information is exposed, Xiaofan might kill him. No. Away Miller screamed. Zhang Lin picked up the 3rd steel needle, and with Away Miller screaming, the 3rd steel needle also pierced in. I say. Away Miller said palely, Devil, you are a devil. Away Miller quickly said a network address. Xiaofan sent a message to Su Yue, and Su Yue quickly searched on the internet. Husband, I found it. There is indeed a list in the encrypted network space. I'll check if it's true. Su Yue quickly investigated on the internet, and soon she got the result. Husband, the list is basically confirmed to be true. But all the people on the list have moved, and they can't be found for a while. Su Yue sent a message to Xiaofan. Xiaofan showed a faint smile on his face. It's good that the list is true. With this list, it's much easier to find them. Away Miller, where is the headquarters of the Evolutionary Alliance? You should have stolen a lot of confidential documents on the internet. Where do you store these confidential documents? Xiaofan asked. Away Miller said, I don't know where the headquarters of the Evolutionary Alliance is. I went in and came out in a coma. I didn't steal any confidential documents. I mainly make money. Xiaofan looked at Zhang Lin, and Zhang Lin attacked again. Soon, all 5 fingers on Away Miller's hand were pierced with steel needles. Away Miller, you still have another hand and 2 feet, and this time you will use the first type of torture. Away Miller's eyes showed fear. The oppression brought to him by the various types of torture instruments was too strong, and Xiaofan really dared to torture him. Xiaofan, I want to hire a lawyer, I demand a fair trial. Isn't your China a country ruled by law? Away Miller shouted. Xiaofan smiled lightly and said, you are an S-level evolver and a powerful warrior. You are not adapted to ordinary laws at all. It is normal for warriors in our country to kill each other. Zhang Lin, change the other hand. Zhang Lin nodded, he grabbed a steel needle and prepared to act again. I say. 5 minutes later, Avi Miller confessed completely. The other cyberspaces where he hid important things were all found. Where's your bank account? Transfer the money out. Xiaofan said calmly. Avi Miller said it out readily. He knew that he could not survive. The money was no longer meaningful to him. The money in each account was transferred out, and the total amount was as high as $10 billion. Avi Miller was rich. You said you already have so much money, why are you still frantically making money? This money is enough for you to spend 10 lifetimes. Xiaofan said calmly. Avi Miller's eyes showed madness, you don't understand, the feeling of dominating everything on the internet is fascinating. Zhang Lin, continue to greet him. Xiaofan stood up and prepared to leave. Xiaofan, I've already said, give me a quick death. Away Miller's face changed and he shouted. Xiaofan said lightly, killing you like this may not be too easy for you, you should enjoy yourself first. You bastard. Don't let me live, otherwise I will cut you into pieces and make Su Yue my slave. Away Miller yelled madly. Xiaofan was going to continue to torture him to make him completely break down. Xiaofan's cold eyes fell on Away Miller, who actually had the idea of making Su Yue a slave. Zhang Lin, don't let him die. When the torture is almost over, give him a drop of life essence, and wait for him to recover and then give him another hard time. Xiao Fan said murderously. Yes, boss. Zhang Lin nodded. Xiao Fan left the basement. The basement was equipped with a soundproof formation, and away Miller's screams could not be heard from outside. Honey, I'm tracking down the bank accounts of the others. They used various disguises, but bank transfers will inevitably leave traces. I have already transferred the funds of 2 of them. Su Yue said. Xiao Fan asked, which 2 are they? How much money do they have? Ace of Hearts and King of Spades. The 2 of them don't have as much money as Ace of Spades, but together they have $5 billion. If we get everything done, we should be able to get 30 to 40 billion. Su Yue said. Xiao Fan was amazed. The Poker Alliance secretly made a lot of money. Many large companies don't have as much assets as them. Director Jiang, can I control this money? Xiao Fan said to Jiang Wanchen. Jiang Wanchen nodded, you got it from solving the Poker Alliance. You can spend it however you want. It's really impossible for ordinary network experts to control it casually. But Xiao Fan's identity and strength are there. Can the country still force Xiao Fan to hand it over? 1/3 of this money will be used to set up a fund to help poor children, the other 2/3 will be given to the Navy. Xiao Fan said. Jiang Wanchen was surprised and said, 2/3 of it is for the Navy. Your Uncle Lu is not from the Navy, he will be anxious with you. Xiao Fan nodded, our Chinese army is already invincible. If we want to go out, we still have to rely on the Navy. Although the Navy is building very fast, we have too many historical debts and we have to catch up as soon as possible. Jiang Wanchen said, of course you can distribute it this way. Xiao Fan, don't you plan to keep some of this money for yourself? Xiao Fan shook his head, I'm not short of money. The money of the Poker Alliance is not very clean. I'm too lazy to keep it. Time passed by, and the money of the core members of the Poker Alliance was all transferred by Su Yue. Honey, it's a little more than I expected. A total of $40.3 billion. Su Yue said with a smile. The Poker Alliance is a knot in her heart. Now that the Ace of Spades has been caught and the money of the rest of the people has been transferred, Su Yue is very happy. Yeah. Xiao Fan nodded. A small country in Europe. Sorry, ma'am, there is no money on this card. The bank teller said. A woman at the counter said in disbelief, no money. Impossible, I still have a lot of money on this card. This woman is the Queen of Spades from the Poker Alliance. The teller said, Madam, there is indeed no money on your card. Check the transfer information, there is clearly still money. The woman said gloomily. The teller nodded, and soon she said, Madam, half an hour ago, you transferred all the 80 million euros on this card through online transfer. Queen of Spades stood up and left quickly. The money being transferred away meant that this card had been exposed. If she didn't leave in time, she might not have to leave. Midline horizontal ellipsis chapter 437:10 warships appear ding, ding. Su Yue received the reminder. Honey, someone has withdrawn money from Spade Q's bank card. Xiao Fan hurriedly said, hurry up and see if it's her. Yes. There are many cameras in the bank, and Su Yue quickly found Spade Q, it's definitely Spade Q. She is leaving the bank. I will continue to track her, but it will be difficult to track her if she leaves the city. Jiang Wanchen was still here, and he asked, what is the specific address of the other party? There are people from our Security Bureau 9 in Sweden. Su Yue hurriedly told the target location. Jiang Wanchen said, our Security Bureau 9 is not in this city. I will contact the intelligence department to arrest her. The United States, the British Empire and other countries all over the world have agents, and China will of course have some hidden forces in other countries. Usually these intelligence personnel can collect some intelligence, and they can also perform tasks when there are special tasks. Spade Q is one of the core members of the Poker Alliance. Such a heavy target is worth using intelligence personnel to capture. Soon Jiang Wanchen got the contact information of a person. Yue, this is the contact information of one of our comrades. The code word at the end is used to activate this comrade. Jiang Wanchen showed Su Yue a message received on his mobile phone. I'll contact him right away. Soon Suyue contacted the other party. And Suyue kept sending the real-time location of Spade Q to the other party. Director Jiang, our people have begun to track Spade Q, Suyue said. Jiang Wanchen nodded. Xiaofan said, Yue, pay attention to the movement over there. Don't let Spade Q show up to fish. Tell me immediately if there is anything unusual. Yes. Suyue nodded. She can investigate with multiple minds. 20 minutes later, Spade Q breathed a sigh of relief. She was about to leave the city. If she left the city, she could avoid possible tracking. Husband, our country's intelligence personnel have caught up with Spade Q. I haven't found any traces of traps for the time being. Xiaofan smiled and said, if you haven't found anything, then there should be no traces of traps. Our people have pinhole cameras on them, right? Yes, I can still monitor it. Spade Q's face became a little ugly. She drove out of the city and left the main road, but soon she found a car chasing her quickly. Bang. Spade Q's strength on the internet was very strong, but her driving ability was very average. She panicked and the car crashed directly into a tree. Wait, remind our people that the target may have a gun. Yeah. The intelligence officer was called Su Zhang, and he approached the car carefully. Put your hands where I can see, slowly open the door, and I will shoot immediately if you make any other moves. Su Zhang said sternly. He aimed his gun at Spade Q. Don't shoot, don't shoot. Spade Q trembled. She was a great god on the internet, but she was not in reality. She was almost scared to death when facing the black gun. The target was captured. Su Zhang quickly tied up Spade Q. Suyue told Xiaofan and the others the good news. Jiang Wanchen smiled and said, let Su Zhang move to a safer place and wait. Someone from the security bureau will come to take Spade Q away. Su Zhang was not exposed, and he could continue to lurk. Another world. At Tianshan port of the Shenlong Empire, many Navy soldiers were training here. The most important part of the training was getting used to the ship. The temper of the sea was very different from that of rivers and lakes. If we keep training like this every day, when will we be able to have warships? I heard that the Vulture Empire sold another fleet to the Blood Cherry Empire. It won't be long before that fleet attacks us. Although our navy has 4 submarines and has seized 2 warships, its strength is still not as good as that of the Blood Cherry Empire's navy. After training, some soldiers of the navy talked about it. They were quite worried. The Blood Cherry Empire now has more than 20 warships harassing and attacking their merchant ships, and now they can only barely maintain the situation. Once the Blood Cherry Empire gets another fleet and dozens of warships, how will they deal with it? The Shenlong Empire's army is indeed powerful and invincible, but if the coast is constantly attacked, it will not be a big deal. Land transportation is not as convenient as sea transportation. Moreover, some of the neighboring countries of the Shenlong Empire do not have a good relationship with the Shenlong Empire, and trade may be interrupted at any time. Woo, woo. A shrill alarm sounded suddenly. Several warships appeared on the sea in the distance, and these warships were flying the flag of the Blood Cherry Empire. These bastards of the Blood Cherry Empire, it's okay to harass our merchant ships in the ocean, and occasionally they come to the near sea. It seems that our submarines are not here now. They just come here to show off their power. Many soldiers of the Shenlong Empire were very angry. When the warships of the Blood Cherry Empire appear near the coast, the people will be panicked. This often has a huge impact. Sure enough. A dozen miles outside Tianshan port, Shanghai was flying in the air, and they could clearly see the warships of the Blood Cherry Empire. This time, the Blood Cherry Empire sent a total of 8 warships, the largest displacement of about 1,800 tons, and the smallest of 500 to 600 tons. The Shenlong Empire has a warship of more than 2,000 tons seized in Tianshan port, but the strength of one ship is not enough. The 4 submarines of the Shenlong Empire are indeed not here. Your Majesty, the new ships are put into the water, so use them as sacrifices. Meng Yi beside Xiao Hai said in a deep voice. Xiao Hai said in a deep voice, Meng Yi, you will be in charge of the East China Sea Fleet next, don't let me down. Yes, Your Majesty. Meng Yi said hurriedly. Time passed by, and the warships of the Blood Cherry Empire got closer, and they showed off their power on the ocean. The Shenlong Empire's navy is all cowards. If you have some blood, come out and duel with us. Hide in the port, what are you afraid of? Ha ha ha. A loud voice came from the ocean to the port. The area where the Dongyang Kingdom's fleet is located does not suppress strength, and the voices of their strong men can be very loud and can be heard from a long distance. Almost done. Xiao Hai's eyes flashed. He landed. The sea here is relatively deep, and it is completely no problem for the warships to dock on the coast. In the woods by the sea, many Shenlong Empire Navy soldiers are hiding, and the formation completely conceals their traces. These Navy soldiers are secretly trained. They know how to control warships. Come out. Xiao Hai's mind moved, and the steel warships in his Kongming mirror were released one by one. These steel warships are more than 2,000 tons. Xiao Hai has asked many formation masters to transform them. Everyone listen to the order, board the ship according to the hull number. Hurry up. Meng Yi stood up and shouted. 2,000 soldiers of the Shenlong Empire boarded the ship quickly, and only about 200 people went on each warship. So many people were enough to operate the warships for naval battles. What is that? There seems to be something there. The soldiers of the Blood Cherry Empire discovered something unusual. A captain of the Blood Cherry Empire reached a high place. He was very strong and could quickly see the 10 warships more than 10 kilometers away. Midline Horizontal Ellipsis Chapter 438 The First Battle of the New Battleship. Lord Gongteng, we need to retreat immediately. The fleet of the Dragon Empire has appeared, with 10 large ships. The captain who was watching from a high place had a changed face, and he quickly sent a message to another person. The other person was Gongteng Jin, who had a martial emperor-level cultivation. Among their 8 warships, the warship where Gongteng Jin was located was the largest. Gongteng Jin was in the cabin at this time. After receiving the communication, he quickly went to the top of his warship, and he also saw the 10 new large warships of the Dragon Empire. Damn it! Gongteng Jin's face changed greatly. Why is it so fast? Gongteng Jin was a little panicked. He knew that Xiao Fan from the other world had given 10 warships, and it had only been a short time since the Dragon Empire was transformed. If it was their Blood Cherry Empire that was to transform it, he estimated that it would take another month or so. Knowing this, Gongteng Jin wanted to come and grab some credit, so that his status would be higher when the new fleet came. Gongteng Jin seriously underestimated the strength of the Dragon Empire in this regard. He also underestimated Xiao Hai's determination to build a powerful navy. Many formation masters of the Dragon Empire had been secretly training in this area for a long time, and they could form a formation together when 10 warships came. Retreat, all warships, retreat immediately. Gongteng Jin quickly issued an order. He had no intention of staying to duel with the Dragon Empire warships. Their 8 warships had a total displacement of about 8,000 tons, while the Dragon Empire's 10 warships had a total displacement of more than 20,000 tons. If the Dragon Empire's warship formation was not good, they could win, but Gongteng Jin didn't dare to bet like that. If the Dragon Empire's warship formation was fine, they would definitely not win. The larger the warship, the larger the formation space, and the stronger the formation that could be arranged. Turn around and retreat. Retreat immediately. The Blood Cherry Empire's warships fled quickly. On the coast, 2,000 naval soldiers of the Dragon Empire quickly boarded the ships, and soon 10 warships began to chase. The distance between the two fleets was about 20 kilometers. Normally, the probability of being caught up at this distance is small. Warships of different sizes actually have little difference in speed. Go full speed ahead. All water control arrays are activated. Engine start. Meng Yi ordered, and he was now in the flagship command room. The 10 warships continued to accelerate. 20 knots, 30 knots, 40 knots. In the end, the speed of the 10 warships stabilized at 64 knots. This speed is amazing. The submarine that Xiao Fan had sent over before had a maximum speed of 56 knots, and the speed of the warship was faster than that of the submarine. What is the concept of 64 knots? 1 knot is about 1.85 kilometers per hour, and 64 knots is equivalent to a warship speeding at a speed of 120 kilometers per hour. If there were no water control arrays, water braking arrays, wind braking arrays and many other arrays, the warship would never be able to reach such a speed. What's going on? Their warships seem to be approaching us. Gong Tingjin was terrified. They were 20 kilometers ahead, but their maximum speed was only about 50 knots, not as good as the submarines of the Shenlong Empire. Lord Gongteng, their speed is indeed much faster than ours. They can catch up with us in less than half an hour. A person beside Gong Tingjin said in a trembling voice. The warships can't outrun them, and it's impossible for them to fly away. There seems to be no one around, but there must be a martial emperor from the Shenlong Empire in the dark. If they leave the warships, they will die. Lord Miato, it's possible that their warships are only fast, and their defense and attack are not strong yet. Lord Miato, we may not lose, said several other people. Miato Jin took a deep breath. Let everyone prepare for battle. The Shenlong Empire has more warships. Even if they flee separately, all their warships will still be caught up. Yes. Gong Tingjin's order was immediately passed down. However, their speed did not decrease. They still fled at all costs. Perhaps there was a problem with the battleship formation of the Dragon Empire. But Gong Tingjin and his team thought too much. More than half an hour later, the 10 battleships of the Dragon Empire, including the water control formation, all withstood the test of the full sprint. The distance between the two fleets was only 5 or 6 kilometers at this time. Buzz. Buzz. On the Dragon Empire side, 2 battleships were ready to launch an attack. They were not going to use the main guns, which were useless at this time. The 2 warships had 2 powerful Emperor-level treasures on their captains. One of them was a fire-attributed treasure, and the other was a giant sword half a meter wide. Roar! The fire-attributed treasure broke out first, and a flaming dragon rushed out. The fire dragon was hundreds of meters long. The attack power reached the level of the Martial Emperor. And it reached the level of the late Martial Emperor. Boom! The fire dragon accurately hit one of the warships of the Blood Sakura Empire, and the violent flames instantly enveloped the entire warship. However, this warship was not blown up immediately. Even a warship of several hundred tons has strong defense. Warships pay more attention to defense, otherwise they will be torn apart by powerful monsters in the ocean. Of course, the powerful attacks that small warships can withstand are definitely limited. Woo! Just after the attack of the fire dragon, a huge sword energy came over in the blink of an eye. The attack power of this sword energy also reached the late stage of the Martial Emperor. It's over. Both attacks were aimed at one of the smaller warships, and the people on the warships showed despair in their eyes. Their warships can withstand one attack from the late stage of the Martial Emperor in a short period of time, but they can't resist 2 attacks from the late stage of the Martial Emperor. Boom. The huge sword energy shattered the defense shield of the warship, and then the sword energy tore many people and many things on the warship. If the Martial Emperor-level strongman of the Dragon Empire did this, he would be killed immediately by the rules of heaven, but the warship attack was fine. Attack, attack! Gong Tingjin roared. My lord, it's not yet at our attack distance. Someone beside Gong Tingjin whispered to remind him. The largest warship on their side is only 1,800 tons, and the attack formation they set up is not as strong as that of the Dragon Empire. The attack distance and attack power are not as good. Not to mention those warships of several hundred tons. Surrender immediately, otherwise you will all be annihilated. Meng Yi's cold voice was transmitted to the Blood Cherry Empire fleet. The speed of the Dragon Empire's fleet slowed down. At this distance, they can attack the Blood Cherry Empire's warships, but the Blood Cherry Empire's warships can't threaten them at all. Lord Gongteng, the speed of the Dragon Empire's fleet has slowed down. They don't seem to intend to fight us in close combat. Someone next to Gong Tingjin said. Damn it, turn around and rush towards them. I don't believe it, their defense is so strong. Gong Tingjin said sternly. He still had a little fantasy in his heart. Maybe the Dragon Empire only has 2 warships with strong attack power. Maybe the defense of the Dragon Empire's warships is not strong. General Meng, the enemy dares to charge us. A strongman on the Dragon Empire side said. Meng Yi ordered, ships number 3, number 4, and number 5 launch attacks, targeting the enemy's ship number 7. Destroy it completely. The ship that was attacked just now by the Blood Cherry Empire was number 8. The superstructure of the ship was damaged, but there was no major problem with the hull. Midline horizontal ellipsis chapter 439, Battleship's first victory. Boom. 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 Ships 3, 4, and 5 quickly launched attacks. The bow of Ship 3 was a long spear, an Imperial treasure. The attack exploded, and a huge spear of 200 meters long attacked the target. Ship 4 was a Thunder-attributed Imperial treasure. The terrifying Thunder bombarded at an incredibly fast speed. Ship 5 was the same as Ship 2, a treasure of fire attribute. The Thunder and spear hit the target first, and in the blink of an eye, the defense of Ship 7 on Gongtingjin's side was broken. The spear also swept across many buildings on the warship. Boom. The fire-attributed attack of Ship 5 was a little slower, but only a second slower, and a fireball with a diameter of 3 or 4 meters hit them. With the shocking explosion, Ship 7 on Gongtingjin's side was directly blown up, and everyone on the warship died. Hiss. On the other warships, the people of the Blood Sakura Empire were extremely horrified. Although Ship 7 had a displacement of only 600 to 700 tons, their warship was now overstaffed, with 700 to 800 people on it. In the blink of an eye, all 700 or 800 people died. I'll give you 5 breaths of time. If you don't surrender in 5 breaths, I'll blow you all up. Meng Yi's murderous voice came over. Gongtingjin's face was extremely ugly. He originally thought that perhaps only 2 warships on the side of the Dragon Empire had strong attack power, but now this idea has failed. Even if the Dragon Empire's warships have poor defense, they are unlikely to win with their speed and attack power. Everyone, it's impossible for us powerful warriors to survive. The Dragon Empire will never let us go back alive. It's time to be loyal to the Empire and His Majesty. Let's just rush over and self-destruct. Maybe the Dragon Empire's warships have poor defense, so maybe we can win. Gongtingjin sent a message to some people. Among those he sent a message to, 2 had the cultivation level of the Martial Emperor, and the others also had the cultivation level of the Martial King. Sir, please give the order. Long live the Empire. The other strong men sent messages to Gongtingjin one after another. If they choose to self-destruct, they might even be called heroes. If they surrender, they will not be able to survive. Everyone, pay attention. 3, 2, 1, charge. A dozen people rushed out from the 7 warships. Even a Martial King-level figure is much faster than a warship. They can reach a few kilometers quickly at their speed. Want to attack desperately? Okay, let's test the defense capability. Meng Yi thought to himself. The strongest of Gongtingjin and his men is only at the Martial Emperor level. Even if they self-destruct, it should not have any effect on their warships. Go to hell. Gongtingjin was the first to rush over. He rushed to the inside of Meng Yi and his men, and the next second, a shocking explosion sounded. The self-destruction of a Martial Emperor-level strongman is comparable to a tactical nuclear bomb. Boom. The power of the explosion raged wildly around. Even an aircraft carrier would not be able to withstand the attack of a tactical nuclear bomb at close range, but the 10 warships firmly resisted the attack. With various formations, the waves caused by Gongtingjin's self-destruction did not even interrupt the formation of the 10 warships. Boom. Boom. The other strong men of the Blood Sakura Empire also blew themselves up one after another. The power of their explosions was not small, but after they blew themselves up, every one of the 10 warships of the Dragon Empire was intact. Super fast, strong attack, and strong defense. These warships of the Dragon Empire are really scary. Many people on the Blood Cherry Empire side were extremely shocked. How could they fight? Even if they rushed over, the warships of the Dragon Empire could withstand their attacks and blow up all their warships one by one. General, they hoisted the white flag to surrender. Someone next to Meng Yi said happily. Let them go to Tianshan port. Meng Yi ordered. Under the escort of Meng Yi's 10 warships, the 7 warships of the Blood Cherry Empire returned and drove to Tianshan port. The building on one of the warships was hit and exploded, killing many people, but the warship could still be driven. Ha! The warships of the Blood Cherry Empire sailed to the area of suppressed strength, and Meng Yi breathed a sigh of relief. Now they could not destroy the warships. Although these warships of the Blood Cherry Empire were not as good as the 10 new warships of the Dragon Empire, they still had some combat power. After seizing these warships, the strength of the Dragon Empire Navy could be stronger. For submarines, plus 10 steel warships, plus the captured warships, the Dragon Empire Navy is already not weak. Such a navy is still not as strong as the Vulture Empire, but looking at the entire alien world, it is no problem to be ranked in the top 5. Some small countries around the Dragon Empire used to have stronger navies than the Dragon Empire, but now they are no longer as strong. Everyone in the Blood Cherry Empire, listen up, jump off the warship. If anyone destroys the warship, the whole ship will be sentenced to death. Meng Yi shouted through a loudspeaker. Plop. Plop. The soldiers of the Blood Cherry Empire jumped off the warship like dumplings. Swimming a few kilometers is not a big problem for them. However, they will also consume a lot of energy when they swim to the shore. If they go ashore in a scattered manner, they will definitely be easily captured. Your Majesty. Meng Yi came in front of Xiao Hai and knelt on the ground. Xiao Hai smiled and said, "The first battle was a great victory, very good." Meng Yi said, "Your Majesty, it's all thanks to the powerful warships. We are so much stronger that it's unlikely that we will lose. Your Majesty, I request to go to the vicinity of the Blood Cherry Empire and attack their port cities one by one. Their warships have been blockading and looting us for a long time. Now it's time for us to teach them a lesson." Xiao Hai nodded, "Okay. Our warships are not only powerful in ocean-going naval battles, we have to let them experience it." "Yes, Your Majesty," Meng Yi said excitedly. It was getting dark, leaving 2 warships for defense, and Meng Yi led 8 warships to the Blood Cherry Empire. The Dragon Empire and the Blood Cherry Empire are not close. The east coast of the Dragon Empire and the west coast of the Blood Cherry Empire are thousands of kilometers apart. But the cruising speed of these warships of the Dragon Empire can reach 100 kilometers per hour, and it will take 10 hours to reach the west coast of the Blood Cherry Empire. The Palace of the Blood Cherry Empire. Report. Someone hurriedly entered the palace where the 8-headed Martial Emperor was. "Your Majesty, there is an urgent report from the Dragon Empire." "Speak." The 8-headed Martial Emperor said in a deep voice. There was anticipation in his eyes. Did their navy achieve good results? The visitor took a deep breath and said, "Your Majesty, the Shenlong Empire has launched 10 new warships, and, why are you hesitating? Speak." The visitor said in a hoarse voice, "Your Majesty, General Miato Jin led 8 warships to the vicinity of Tianshun port, but was attacked. 1 warship was destroyed, and the rest were captured. General Miato Jin and all the martial emperors and kings died for the country." Midline horizontal ellipsis chapter 440, Raid on the Blood Cherry Empire. What? The face of the 8-headed Emperor Wu was extremely ugly. "Your Majesty, the new warships of the Dragon Empire are much faster than our warships, and General Miyato Nishiki and his men cannot escape. Their warships are also very powerful. General Miyato Nishiki and his men chose to self-destruct, but they failed to break the defense of the enemy ships. We have thousands of soldiers captured." The 8-headed Emperor Wu clenched his fists. This news was a great blow to him. He had originally thought that when the second batch of warships of the Vulture Empire arrived, he would launch a large-scale attack on the Dragon Empire. As long as he hurt the Dragon Empire should no longer support Prince Tokugawa, and he would be able to quell the civil strife. Now it seems that even if the second batch of warships arrives, they may not have the strength to launch a large-scale attack on the Dragon Empire. Retreat. The 8-headed Emperor Wu waved his hand and said. The men quickly retreated. But in less than half an hour, he hurried to the 8-headed Emperor Wu again. "What's the matter?" The 8-headed Emperor Wu said in a deep voice. In just half an hour, his mood had not yet calmed down, and he was still discussing countermeasures with others. "Your Majesty, 8 warships of the Dragon Empire have left the port. They are heading east, and they are likely to attack our Blood Cherry Empire." The faces of the 8-headed Emperor and several important officials present changed. During the day, the navy of their Blood Cherry Empire suppressed the Dragon Empire and interfered with the Dragon Empire's ocean trade. Now the Dragon Empire actually fought back. The change was too fast, and it was difficult for them to adapt for a while. Your Majesty, we have to prepare our navy. Your Majesty, the second batch of warships of the Vulture Empire will arrive soon, and this batch of warships must be delivered to us as soon as possible. Your Majesty, several important officials spoke up. If they had seized the time, the second batch of warships of the Vulture Empire should have arrived long ago, but the Vulture Empire was a bit slow. The eight-headed Emperor and his men knew why they did this. The commander of the fleet wanted to get extra benefits. The other party's appetite was a bit big, and the eight-headed Emperor and his men did not agree immediately, and as a result, the fleet that was supposed to arrive yesterday has not arrived yet. Tell the people of the Vulture Empire the news immediately. Negotiate with them and let them deliver the Flying Shark fleet to us immediately. The eight-headed Emperor said in a deep voice. Yes, Your Majesty. Soon the people of the Blood Cherry Empire took action. The people of the Vulture Empire got the news, and soon the Flying Shark fleet accelerated. How can the Dragon Empire be so fast? Damn it, I might get scolded if this news is passed back. The commander of the Flying Shark fleet was a little depressed. Originally, in his opinion, it would take 5 to 10 days for the Dragon Empire's new fleet to enter the water, but it turned out to be so much faster. 2 hours later, the Flying Shark fleet arrived at the port of the Blood Cherry Empire. The soldiers of the Blood Cherry Empire Navy quickly boarded the warships. The strength of the Flying Shark fleet is slightly stronger than that of the Flowing Light fleet, but the overall design of the warships is still similar, and they quickly became familiar with it. Set sail. Long live the Blood Cherry Empire. Long live the Blood Shark fleet. The fleet quickly went out to sea to fight the warships of the Dragon Empire. They changed the Flying Shark fleet to the Blood Shark fleet. It didn't take long for the two fleets to get close. On the Blood Cherry Empire side, there are 60 or 70 warships with a total tonnage of 50,000 to 60,000 tons, which is 3 times that of the Dragon Empire. Go around, our target this time is not them. Meng Yi ordered. Yes, General. The speed of the 8 warships of the Dragon Empire quickly increased to the highest level. They turned around and went sideways to the side of the Blood Shark fleet. So fast. Hurry up and catch up with them. The warships of the Blood Shark Empire also quickly changed direction, but their fastest warships only had a speed of about 100 kilometers. The speed of most warships was only about 90 kilometers. The speed of the Dragon Empire's warships could reach 120 kilometers. With such a big speed difference, it was difficult for the Blood Shark Empire's fleet to keep up. Damn it, their target is not us at all, they must be attacking our empire's ports. Chase them quickly, we can't give them too much time to attack our ports. Dozens of warships of the Blood Shark Empire desperately chased after them, but no matter how hard they tried, the distance between them continued to widen. The speed of the warships of the Dragon Empire is too fast. Yes, it seems that we have to sell more powerful warships to the Blood Cherry Empire. The 2 powerful men hidden in the air communicated. They were the Martial Emperor-level strongmen of the Vulture Empire. Of course, the warships that the Vulture Empire sold to the Blood Cherry Empire were of lower grade, and they had better ones themselves. Some of the warships of the Vulture Empire can reach a speed of 120 kilometers, but they don't have many such warships. If the Dragon Empire can be suppressed by a second-rate fleet, the Vulture Empire certainly does not want to sell their first-rate fleet. Time passed by, and the 8 warships of the Dragon Empire approached a port, which was used for both military and civilian purposes. There was also a large shipyard of the Blood Cherry Empire near the port. Woo-woo dash, a shrill alarm sounded. The people of the Blood Cherry Empire hid in the underground bunkers one after another. Listen up, fight well. As long as the warships of the Dragon Empire are within the attack range, you must immediately aim and attack them, and teach them a lesson. Someone on a high ground near the port said sternly. Yes, sir. A dozen soldiers said in unison. They had a total of 5 mortars and some shells. After all, the Blood Sakura Empire had an S-level spirit cave before, and the S-level spirit cave was under the control of the 8-headed Emperor Wu. It's not possible to transfer weapons in large quantities, but it's okay to transfer a small amount. Soon, the warships of the Dragon Empire were only about 10 kilometers away from the port. This area does not suppress strength. But in this area, it is not possible to use the main attack means of the warships. The fire dragon, sword, light and the like will be turned off when they reach the area of suppressed strength. Bang, bang. The heavy artillery on the 8 warships began to attack. The 8 warships had their guided ship launchers dismantled, but each had 6 heavy artillery, and their attack range was dozens of kilometers. Woo-woo dash, the shells flew forward 2 kilometers in the blink of an eye. They entered the area of suppressed strength, but these shells would not be suppressed, and they still moved forward at a very fast speed. No, they are not in our attack range. They are not in the area of suppressed strength. We need strong men to intercept their shells. The mortar gunners of the Blood Cherry Empire who were waiting to attack were dumbfounded. 4 of them were only medium-sized mortars, and the only heavy mortar had a maximum attack range of only 8 kilometers. The warships of the Dragon Empire were 10 kilometers away from them. Boom. Boom. Heavy shells fell one after another, and in an instant the area around the shells became ruins, and the port turned into a sea of fire. Damn it. Many people in the Blood Cherry Empire were extremely angry. Swish. 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 The Vulture Empire and more than a dozen Martial Emperor-level strongmen from other countries appeared and blocked the front of the Dragon Empire warships. The second round of shells fired were all intercepted by them. Fleet forward. Meng Yi ordered. If the Martial Emperor-level strongmen of the Vulture Empire and other countries did not stand out, they would attack at this distance. If they stood out, they would have to attack closer. Yes. Soon 8 warships moved forward, they entered the area of suppressed strength and also entered the mortar attack range. Fire. All 5 mortars fired shells. Dodge the attack. 3 of the 5 mortar shells fell on 3 of the warships. Boom. 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 The 3 mortar shells hit and exploded. However, the warships did not suffer much damage at all. You want to use mortars to attack a 2,000-ton warship? What's the point? Mortars are very effective at attacking wooden ships. How can that little power break through the thick steel shell of a warship? Take them down. Meng Yi ordered calmly. Several heavy artillery immediately aimed at the mortar position. Boom. With several violent explosions, the small mortar position of the Blood Cherry Empire was completely blown away by the artillery fire. Midline horizontal ellipsis.